Hey guys, Dobby back at you. Got another story for you. It was August 14th, 1997, outside a small town in northern New Mexico. Jake Harlan, 34, a lineman for the county power co-op, was driving home after a late shift repairing lines hit by a summer storm. The sky was moonless, stars razor sharp. His F-150 rattled along Country Road 47, windows down, radio off because the static had been unbearable for the last 10 minutes. Around 2:03 a.m., the dashboard lights dimmed to nothing, not flickered, simply vanished. The engine kept running for maybe 3 more seconds, then quit like someone pulled the plug. Jake coasted to a stop on the empty blacktop, popped the hood out of habit, nothing. Battery terminals cool, no smoking, no smell of burnt wiring. That's when the humming started. Not loud, more like the low thrum you feel in your teeth during a dental x-ray. It came from everywhere and nowhere. Jake looked up. Directly overhead, maybe 200 feet up, a perfect disc, the color of wet obsidian, hung motionless. No lights at first, just a silhouette blocking stars. Then a single ring of pale blue-white ignited around its edge, silent, steady. The humming deepened into his bones. He should have run. Every part of him screamed to run. Instead, he stood frozen, staring, because the thing was so impossibly still. It felt like a photograph projected onto the sky. A column of light, soft amber, not blinding, dropped straight down from the center of the craft and touched the road 10 feet in front of the disc. Dust swirled inside it like snow, motion snow. Jake felt a tug, gentle at first, like a hand on his shoulder, then stronger. His boots scraped the gravel as his body lifted, slowly, weightlessly. Felt feet dangling inches above the ground. He tried to yell, his mouth open, but no sound came up. His lungs refused to pull air. Paralysis wrapped him like cold syrup. The beam carried him upward, smooth, inevitable. He passed through the bottom of the craft without feeling a seam or edge, just sudden darkness, then sterile white light. Inside was wrong. No walls exactly. This space curved in ways geometry shouldn't allow. Surfaces shifted when he tried to focus on them. The air tasted like copper and ozone. 3 figures stood around a low, smooth table that hadn't been there a few seconds earlier. They were tall, taller than him, thin, hairless, skin the color of wet slate, heads too large, eyes enormous, liquid black pools that reflected nothing back. No mouths moved, but he heard them anyway, not words, thoughts inserted directly, calm, clinical, overlapping. Specimen viable, neural baseline established. Proceed. They didn't touch him at first. Instruments appeared, slender rods of light, probes that hummed like tuning forks. One passed through his chest without resistance. He felt a cold bloom inside his ribs. Then nothing. Another traced his spine. Pain flared white hot, then vanished as if it never happened. Time fractured. He remembers fragments lying on the table, limb locked by invisible force, while one of them leaned close, face filled his vision, those eyes like staring into deep water at midnight. A thin, lipless mouth parted just enough to reveal rows of needle teeth that weren't there before. A sudden memory that wasn't his. A red desert under twin suns. Structures like melted glass rising from dunes. The sky boiling with storms that never ended. His voice screaming inside his skull while his body stayed perfectly still. The sensation of something being removed from his left eye. Quick, surgical, no blood, followed by the unmistakable feeling of something else being placed there instead, then release. The beam lowered him gently back on the road. His boots touched gravel. The craft rose silently, rotated once like a coin flipping in slow motion, then shot straight up and vanished in less than a second. No sonic boom, no streak. Gone. Jake stood there for what felt like hours, but his watch still read 2:07 a.m. 4 minutes. His truck started on the first try. He drove home shaking. Didn't speak to his wife when he crawled into bed. She asked why he smelled like burnt matches. He had no answer. The next morning, he found the mark, a small, perfectly round scar behind his left ear, raised and pale like a cigarette burn healed overnight. Doctors later called it a sebaceous cyst. Jake knew better. He still works the same jobs, still drives the same road on storm nights. Most times nothing happens, but once or twice a year, always when the sky is that same moonless black, he feels it again, the low thrum in his teeth, the gentle tug at the base of his skull. And sometimes when he's alone and the house is quiet, he catches himself staring at nothing, listening to a voice that isn't his. Specimen viable. Monitoring continues. Thanks guys for listening. Hope you guys like it. I'm sure there'll be more to come. And like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever floats your boat. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.